You're not lazy, but I know why you feel like you are. You wake up already tired, not the kind of tired sleep fixes, a deeper kind, mental, invisible, heavy. You sit down to work, to study, to build the life you know you're capable of, and suddenly your body feels glued to the chair. Your mind drifts. Your phone becomes magnetic. Simple tasks feel impossible, and the most painful part, you start attacking yourself in your own head. Why am I like this? Other people can do it. Why can't I? What's wrong with me? So you push harder. You force discipline. You watch productivity videos. You make schedules. You promise yourself tomorrow will be different. And when tomorrow looks exactly the same, you don't feel tired anymore. You feel broken. But what if I told you something uncomfortable and freeing? What if the problem isn't your motivation, isn't your discipline, isn't your character? What if the problem is that your brain is overloaded and it's been trying to protect you this whole time? Let's talk about something most people never explain honestly. Your brain is not designed to run non-stop. It's not a machine that produces energy on command. It's a biological system that evolved to survive, not to hustle. And survival, for the brain, means one thing above all else: conserving energy. Every thought costs energy. Every decision costs energy. Every emotion costs energy. Even doing nothing costs energy. Now think about your daily life. You wake up to notifications, messages, news, pressure, expectations, comparisons, unfinished goals sitting in the back of your mind like unpaid debts. Before you even start the day, your brain is already processing who you should be, what you haven't done, what might go wrong, how others see you, and what the future demands from you. That's not laziness. That's cognitive overload. Here's the part most people miss. When your brain becomes overloaded, it doesn't ask for help politely. It doesn't say, "Hey, we're doing too much. Let's slow down." No. It pulls the emergency brake. It creates fatigue, resistance, procrastination, and the feeling you call laziness. Not because you're weak, but because your brain is trying to reduce input. Think about it like this. If your phone overheats, it slows down. Apps lag. Battery drains faster. Sometimes it shuts off completely. You don't call the phone lazy. You say it's overloaded. But when it happens to you, you turn it into a moral failure. Let's go deeper. There's a part of your brain called the prefrontal cortex. This is the part responsible for focus, planning, self-control, decision-making, and willpower. This part is expensive. It burns more energy than almost any other system in your body. And here's the brutal truth. When the prefrontal cortex is exhausted, you cannot access discipline the way you think you should. So what does your brain do instead? It shifts control to older, primitive systems that care about comfort, safety, and familiarity. This is why, when you're mentally overloaded, you crave easy dopamine, scroll without thinking, avoid hard tasks, and choose short-term relief over long-term growth. Not because you're irresponsible, but because your brain is saying, "I don't have the resources for complexity right now." Now let's talk about something even more uncomfortable. Mental overload doesn't come only from doing too much. Sometimes it comes from thinking too much. Overthinking isn't intelligence. It's unmanaged anxiety wearing a smart disguise. When you replay conversations, analyze every decision, or imagine 10 future outcomes for one small action, you are running simulations non-stop. Your brain treats imagined threats almost the same as real ones. So even when you're sitting still, your nervous system thinks you're running from danger. Heart rate slightly elevated, muscles subtly tense, mind constantly scanning. That's exhausting. No wonder you don't want to do anything. And then there's emotional overload. Unprocessed emotions don't disappear. They stay active in the background like apps running silently, draining battery. Disappointment you never acknowledged, anger you swallowed, grief you rushed past, shame you learned to hide. You tell yourself you've moved on, but your nervous system remembers. So when you try to start something new, your body resists, because on some level it associates effort with pain, failure, judgment, and loss. Again, not laziness, self-protection. Here's where philosophy enters the room quietly. Modern life teaches you to treat yourself like a project, optimize, improve, grind. But you are not an algorithm. You are a nervous system living in a world it was never designed for. Endless information, constant comparison, abstract goals with no clear finish line. Your ancestors got tired after physical danger. You get tired after psychological noise. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you felt mentally empty? Not distracted, not numb, but truly empty. No pressure to be someone, no inner voice demanding productivity, no future to solve, just awareness. For most people, the answer is, I don't remember. That's not normal. That's overload normalized. Now here's the part that might challenge you. If you keep calling yourself lazy, you will keep fighting the wrong enemy. And fighting the wrong enemy makes you weaker, because you respond with force to a problem that requires recovery. You add guilt on top of exhaustion, pressure on top of overload, self-hate on top of self-protection. That's how burnout turns into despair. So what actually helps? Not motivation speeches, not productivity hacks, not forcing discipline through shame. What helps is reducing cognitive load, not doing more, but doing less, deliberately. This starts internally. You stop treating every thought as urgent. You stop solving your entire life every night in bed. You stop rehearsing conversations that may never happen. You create mental boundaries. Then comes something even harder. Rest without justification. Not rest as a reward, not rest after you've earned it. Rest as maintenance. Because an exhausted brain cannot build a meaningful life, only a reactive one. And yes, this will feel uncomfortable at first, because when the noise stops, you'll hear things you've been avoiding. But that silence is where clarity returns. Here's the paradox. The moment you stop attacking yourself for being lazy, energy slowly comes back. Not explosive motivation, quiet capacity, the ability to sit with a task without panic, the ability to start small without self-loathing, the ability to focus without forcing. That's not discipline, that's regulation. I want to leave you with this thought. If your phone stopped working because it was overloaded, you wouldn't scream at it. You wouldn't call it useless. You would close some apps, let it cool down, plug it in. You deserve the same patience. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are tired in a world that never taught you how to rest mentally. And the fact that you're still trying, still searching for understanding, still watching this, that's not laziness. That's resilience running on low battery. So maybe tonight, instead of asking, what's wrong with me? Ask a better question. What has my mind been carrying for too long? And then, for the first time in a while, let it put the weight down.